Alright, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. Please open up your demo accounts or live, it's really up to you. Alright, you should be able to see my screen. Which one do you see, by the way? You see the charts?
The chart.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's go through this. Everyone should be able to, if you haven't opened up your FXCM, open it up please. Go through the Eurodollar based on a 1 minute time frame. Okay, so assuming that we've done the macro fundamentals and so forth, and you're going to trade, so we've got the euro against the US dollar. What do you think is the first step that we need to look at? Make it as a group. Just type it in your chat box for me, that would be great. So we've got Chris, Caitlin, how doing Chris, how doing Caitlin, we've got Russell, we've got Samantha, and we've got Jenny. So there's 5. Okay, so I'll be expecting 5 different answers. Alright, so looking at the current candle and finding basically who's in control. Currently we have 8 seconds over here, so the bulls are currently pushing the price, and then what's next after that? Okay. Alright, pretty close to make it objective. Step 2. Look at the trend. So what is the current trend? Up or down? So what's the current trend? Alright, so if the current trend now is an uptrend and defining supply or demand in terms of the current price, is the price approaching level demand or supply? Alright, so temporary up, current supply. Okay, then from there you have some good decision on what you got to do. What are you going to do now? You're going to buy, sell, or hold. Again, whack it into your demos or your live. Either you buy or you sell. And once you've executed, type it into your chat box on what you did, please. Okay, and then from there you got to figure out now what you're going to do if you sold. What is your strategy? If you bought, where will you sell it at? Alright, let's go through this in terms of the scenario. One, depending on where we're at, losing control during the time, looking at the trend, everybody stated it was an uptrend. And step 3, defining the area of demand supply. Price was currently a level of supply. Okay, so here we go. Defining your current candles, you had a lot of uncertainty, a lot of spinning tops, a lot of dojis. The other portion that we forgot is it's imperative to look at the previous candles that defines the momentum. So in other words, if the trend is an uptrend and the current candle is in the form of a doji, then what are they trying to do? They're trying to correct, they're trying to stabilize, to create some form of more demand. Right, so you know if erase it all. if you're looking at that, these especially, they have force or momentum, especially this. Correction. Try to continue. This one has also force, created a new high. Stability, hence more force. Which price point do you think they're going to try and reach? Anyone? There's no peaks over here, so the last peak is at 109.08. Okay, so no one was willing to go above 108.98. Let's see whether if there's also one in the past. $109.80, $109.98. Okay, right there. So what do you think is the price doing at this point in time? Alright, correcting. So 16, 14, 30 seconds. Hence, what are you going to do? Buy, sell, or hold? Okay. Now the price to beat is 108.98. To head towards 109, well, 109.01. Price to beat is 109.07. Where there's two highs, and of course there's also one over here. So still a new higher high. Means through there. Do you have any questions so far? Whilst we're waiting for the price to do what it wants to do. No questions. At this point in time, notice another stability. So if you combine these two candles together, you will have another doji. So you have a lot of dojis happening. What's happening, do you think? Why is it stalling? Waiting for more buyers. Level supply. Okay, great. They're waiting for a direction or where the price is going to be. The only way that the wind is going to change is what happens. So when is the only time we're going to get out? Alright, lower high. So let's start checking the price. High 98.1, 98, 98.1, 98.1. So all the same price points. Well, this one is 95.4. 98, 97.8, 97.9. Okay, now still basing on the lower high because that high is similar to that. So it's stalling now within this area. At this point in time, what are you going to do? We're going to buy, sell, or hold. And if you have current positions at this point in time, what will you do? Buy, sell, or hold? So we're currently going back to basics and saying to buy, to sell, to buy, to sell, to hold, to buy, to sell, to buy, to hold, to buy, to buy, to buy. So at this point, basically nothing dictating it to get out, right? So they're retesting, the keeping on like 108.98 is a good solid resistance price, or more of a supply area. No one's willing to bid above it. No one's willing to ask below the asking price as well. So definitely 108.98 is a barrier. It's almost like a psychological barrier that they need to break. So how many times? 1, 2, 3. Approaching the 4th time. Bingo. Alright, so currently someone accepted 108.98.2, which now creates a new high. And currently in the free ride at this point. Next target point 109, 109.01. So to continue the trend. Okay. Created a trades down stability. After all that, what's that price? Chilling beyond that high right there. In between this supply, in between their two. Alright, still a higher high. Okay, what do you see now? Now that it's completed, especially for intermediate, Russell, Jenny, and Chris. What do you see? Okay, Jenny says video style. But you, Chris, what do you see? Alright, you have it immediately started create a higher high. Is that a high probability or a lower probability? Why? Great, because a higher high, then that automatically means that evening star patterns are also what? Correctional patterns. Okay, great. And look at right, for advanced, what do you notice from the evening star creating a higher low? So the answer, Russell, is mainly evening star patterns and morning star patterns, especially evening star in a nut trend, are also correctional patterns. Okay, so for advanced, what did you notice? Especially now within that formation and creating through there. You have 3 seconds to answer. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Let's go. Come on, guys. Nope. Let's go, Jason. Come on, Samantha. Let's go, King. the formation of your Segurado technique. Good. Bam. Right? Continuation. Why? Because of the trend. Okay. Now, so supply 109, 109.01. But notice this one still has a lot of momentum. What is it trying to do once again? See, it's creating impulses. Okay, when it creates an impulse, impulse, flatline, impulse, impulse, flatline, impulse, flatline, impulse, flatline, impulse, 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 flatline, impulse, impulse, flatline, impulse, impulse. Impulse, 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 flatline, impulse, flatline, impulsion. Here's an impulse, flatline, continuation, impulse. We break through that, we impulse, impulse. I'm sorry, flatline, flatline, impulse. They'll create more to see if they can get through there. So notice how if you do not have a lower high, then you cannot sell. Right. What is a most common thing that we will do right at this point in time? Most common thing is you see this is red, and you say, well, then love is applying, let's sell. That's the most common thing. In actual fact, that selling pressure over here is just a correction. Correct. So, that's where the answer is to wait for a higher low to buy. Heads over there. Because you only have two options. You create a new higher high again, or a lower high. Back to love demand. Alright, price is approaching a level of demand, then what are you going to do? Okay, so notice a lot of momentum, a lot of force, creating now a new low, Then we had a what?
A low from where, right?
Low compared to that. 108.96, 108.95, 7. Okay. Therefore, it needs to create a. Let me close this. You have a new lower low. You have a higher high, lower low. Then you have a transitioning. That is your answer. Transition of a change of trend. Therefore, perhaps 109. That is it. Then create a lower high. Once the lower high has been established, then you have to what? Okay. Got it way too early. Maybe not. Sweet. Okay. There you go. So we have a 26 minutes. We have a lower high. Notice that the low broke through that low once again. Now we're getting this momentum correction for a continuation to retest the level of demand. You have a confirmed lower high. Thank you very much. Okay, we can get out from there. Why do I have to get out? Overall, basically, you have an uptrend potentiality there that it will create more new lower lows. It might break through. Okay, there you go. It did break. Next price point to create or retest is 108.93. Do you guys get that? See how you're utilizing basically everything that you basically learned from the basics, looking at the force with the transitional trends, looking at the technique, especially for the advanced your strategy. For intermediate, you're looking at patterns, looking at the price, per demand, supply. Hence, why transitioning of trends is so important. So we see that the demand of 108.93 is a good solid fall. However, you're also being threatened by these two bearish candles. They're powerful. All right, great. Now that the bulls have started to come in, they're saying whether if they could fight the bears at this point. Well, overall, you have a bullish candle, of course, and maybe perhaps this is just whole correction of this whole movement. Okay, so we're going to get ready again to buy. All right. What is a higher probability of buying? What formation do we want to have a higher probability of buying? Right, good. It's a higher low. So for Chris, Russell, and Jenny, at this point, You have a lower low. You have a new low. No confirmation of lower lows. Yeah, we're gonna wait in. Bam. Okay, so we have now a new lower low, and hence we're trying to figure out and find if it will create a higher low. Right, we'll wait probably 2 more candles or 3 more candles in 2 to 3 minutes. We close that. Alright, I'll close it for now because if I was a correction, I'm going to want to re-enter within a higher level. And the reason why is because of this red candle right there. There's a lot of force, massive force right there. You can't fight it. Okay? It's too strong. I'm going to wait in less than 45 seconds whether if this will create a higher low. So notice how the low broke out within that low, so no go at this point in time. Hence, so everything is just correction. So you got to get out. So see, that's where the probability is very slim. None. So breaking out that low, so you put it in the sell again. So we have to wait. That. Right. A lot of force here, a lot of momentum. That's what the market basically does. They love to toy and play with traders' minds. Are you guys following me so far? Anyone's confused?
So, Ray, back in the, let's see, like 3 candles back when you made 0.7 pips,
Yes.
how do you know to get out when you did?
Gotcha. Price, notice about the price level, approach level supply, and there's no higher low. We only have a lower low. I need a higher low to have confirmation or to have a higher probability basically of buying. So everything here was just a correction. So when the price approach here, so this becomes now a supply level, right? So imagine there's a lot of, in order for the price to break through this level, there was a lot of sellers in order to break that floor. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times, and every time it came back down, it went back up. And then with one candle to break everything, you have a lot of selling pressure in order for that to happen. Hence, because of our force, since there's a lot of force, you cannot fight this, hence you have to get out. The only way in order for this to break is you need a higher low. Does that make sense there, Chris?
Okay. But I guess I thought you were waiting for that higher low to happen when you kind of enter.
Yes. So the reason why I got in is because the price is level demand. With the momentum to the downside, it has to correct itself. So as part of that, correction, continuation. So just
Okay.
took the opportunity to buy and sell quickly before the
Okay, got it.
waiting for the high. So same thing right now. It's not cooperating to head back. So same thing. You need a higher one for us to go. You need this. Head back up in here again.
Okay.
No go. No. Playing games. See the low of this. Low 108,900, 108,916. Still a low. Or it's a good sign. The reason being is because they have a lot of uncertain candles, so it's slowing down at this point in time. Right, for advanced, what strategy is it trying to form now? This way, you need to start picking up with and being ahead out of everyone. What do you think? Yes, very good. And there it is. It's going to go there. Okay. Lower low, you need a higher low. So at this point in time, can you enter right at this point in time now that you've seen the bulls are in control? Okay, no, not yet. Maybe what if there's a fake out? Because you still have a lower low? Yeah, alright, awesome. You have a new high, well, it's still forming a new high. This is not a confirmed high. Your last confirmed high is that. So everything down here is basically still a downtrend, whether you like it or not. So in about maybe perhaps 1, 2, 3. Right, here you go. Having some opportunity. So when that happens, this is where you start getting ready. I'll create a new lower high. See a fake out. Have a new higher high. Bingo. See, that's why no go. Create a new lower low again. Tank. Okay, we need to find where will be the next fall. That broke. That low is very similar to that. Still a lot of force. Okay, so far, what have you learned at this point in time? Type in your chat box. The mask. Play with lines. I'll give you a hint. Starts with the letter P. Patience, yes. Yep, and always be one step ahead, looking for new ways to strategize. Now this high is still a lower low. You need confirmation. With no confirmation, then that now means that you are, or we are, being impatient, and we are now speculating. Okay? Can't speculate. Yes, pretty much you're just gathering a 50-50 chance, right? Notice that everything that all the buyers worked hard for gave it back all the way down. Why? Why did the price have to drop? If you can answer it, I'll buy you free lunch. Not quite. Jim's there again. Markets can go in a straight line. Yes, market can go in a straight line. Come back down, create enough to 19 times bars. It came back all the way to the primary uptrend line. This trend line fall. Markets can't go in a straight line. Pricing needs to drop in order to attract more buyers. Yes, that is true. However, there is one clue on why it needs to head back down. Okay, and if we have 30 seconds to confirm the lower high. Alright, give you the answer. The answer, watch this, you have a bunch of lower lows. One straight momentum. Then price has to retest this low to create a proper higher low before price can really push to the upside. So that's one whole thing down. 1 second, 1 second, third segment to go through descent. So we are in a good price level, creating new lower high. We need a higher low, and then the odds and probability to break through 109.11 is more than likely to happen. Okay. Hence, so it's important to look at the overall big picture, not just through here or through there, but everything. All right, so we're preparing now.
Ray, hasn't that created a higher low? And theoretically, it could take off from this point based on your lower lows from the previous, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock area? you know, right now it's creating essentially a lower low, right, from the previous one, a higher low rather.
You have a lower low, so I need. So this is the pinnacle now. This is 140 next 40 seconds. Right, you have to pin it. Just get ready. And then for the advance, what do you have? Exact window. All right, there you go. Price to beat is that to create a new higher high to break through there. Price to beat is to go through there. And if it breaks through your trend, then you'll have a continuation of the trend pretty shortly. Okay, so we go boom. That is the major one. Secondary downtrend has been broken at this point. Okay, what do we have to do here once again? Looking at the current candle, you have a lot of momentum now, a lot of force. Beat through that. At least now saying that, hey, I can compete with the sellers now. What is the price doing at this point? Stabilizing itself, right? Okay. Primary downtrend. Can they beat that? We'll see. Because as far as I'm concerned, they need to fill in the blanks over here too. Creating new higher high, higher low. Alright, have a clear breakout, level supply. Get rid of it for a second. Okay, if the price can head back down here, then we can buy back in. Definitely this would have been a much better price point of buying. Can't really buy it over here as yet because you have that strong force of the momentum of our bearish candles. But now that we have established that this is a good demand area, so if price heads back down, then bingo. Right now, this whole sequence on this end is finished, heading towards on that end. Okay, watch if I will go through an M3 methodology, you can see that the moving averages, you have an M3 at this point. So through 1 minute, voila, there it was. And it's going to go back in this end. 108.88. There you go. Much better. Heading back, see if the price can either stabilize 108.88 or within this level with this price point. So that creates basically a new lower low within these levels, of course. The other dangerous part is, what if this is a correction of this whole movement, which is now a possibility. However, we're in the safe side because this bearish candle didn't really surpass all the way down here, so which is good. If it did that, then no go. This is going to fail even further to go on back over to 1087. Right. Okay. What do we do is simply email me what you learned, basically what you learned today. What do you think you need working on today? Please address me with that. Okay. 3 things you learned today. What you need working on in terms of practice. And what do you need to address to me in the next class? You got it? Cool. Alright, so I'm going to ask one by one. In terms of what you did, I'm going to start from Chris. How did you do? Did you trade at all, or you were just watching today based on what I was doing?
I traded, but I lost some money.
Okay, no problemo. Thank you. Jason?
Yeah, I traded.
Okay, and how did you do in terms of the process itself?
Struggled at the beginning, but did pretty well.
Okay, good. Caitlin?
I did good. I had all green.
Okay, good. Russell?
My original decision was correct, but every other one was wrong.
Okay.
And it's all red.
All right, no worries. Samantha?
I did really well, and I actually made money. So
Okay.
the times I lost were really small. Like I cut my losses really short and made sure to take profit. So.
All right, great. And Jen?
I watched and traded and lost money.
Okay, good. So with that being said, if you could email me those, please, that would be awesome. So it doesn't matter if you lost, and that means there's more practice that needs to be done. Question now is which areas that you need working on, in which areas that you did well. So that's how you can basically improve your technique through trading, is going through practice. Highly recommend when it comes to, there's a lot of volatility, especially in the afternoon or the evening, European session, do this type of trading practice. See if you can watch not just the price itself, but visualizing what is the next move, what can it create. Can it create a morning star, evening star? For advanced, you can really see it very clearly. For intermediate, the transition of trends. Can it create now a new lower low or a higher low? Oh, okay, there's a lot of force, a lot of momentum. It has to correct itself. Bingo, I'll be selling it from the lower high to the downside. Well, if it's basically very bullish, then if I'm be selling, it will be a bit tough. Then I would rather buy it and then sell on the level supply. Or if it's a downtrend, then I will sell at supply and buy it in demand. Okay, things like that, right? So practice, 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 practice. Okay, any questions for me before we wrap it up?
It's been a great exercise.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next class. Thanks, guys. Have a good lunch.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Andres, for coming in.
Bye, guys.